lesson is called operations. So with operations, we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, sometimes more than one thing in each problem. So first problem here. On his trek across the globe, Gary experienced temperatures as low as -12 degrees and temperatures as high as 115 degrees. The lowest temperature that Gary experienced was how many degrees Fahrenheit less than the highest temperature? Now, this is not necessarily a difficult problem, but it's a really easy problem to mess up. So I encourage you to just draw a really quick picture. 115 degrees would be way up here. 0 would be here. It doesn't have to be drawn to scale at all. And then -12 would be down here. So when you're trying to figure out how many degrees less this is here, you have to take each of these distances from 0 to 115, which is 115, and then the distance from 0 to -12, which would be 12. And it's dropping 115 degrees and then dropping 12 more. So you're really taking these numbers here and you're adding them together. Or you could think of it as taking 115 and then subtracting the -12, which would give you that addition there. Two negatives make it a positive. So we end up with 127 degrees. All right, then over here, Miss Klipner had 15 days to prepare her 7th grade class for their next math exam. On the first day, she gave the class 7 math problems to complete. So first day is 7 math problems. Each day following, Miss Klipner gave the class 5 more math problems to solve in preparation. How many problems did she give the class for review? So every day after the first day is 5 more. How many problems did she give the class for review? So she had 15 days to prepare. So we're starting with 7 on day 1, and then we have 14 more days, and there's 5 questions each day. So you could write out 5, 5, 5, 5, 14 times, or you could just say, okay, the other 14 days we had 5 questions. So one day we had 7 questions, and then every day after that we had 5. So you have 7 plus 70, which would give you H there, 77. All right, and the last one down here says the Terra family sold its heavily wooded land to a lumber company for $350,000. Okay, so that's how much they sold it for. The rate they sold it is $700 per acre. So if we take these and we divide them, we're going to figure out how many acres there are. So we're starting with 350,000, and we're dividing that by 700 acres, which is going to give us 500 acres. And if we've got 500 acres, then we got to read the next part of the problem here. If the property averages 8 trees per acre, we're going to take 8 times this many acres, because there's 8 trees on each one of those, and we're going to multiply them. So we take our 500 acres times our 8 trees, 5 times 8, 40. You have a calculator, don't be afraid to use it. So we end up with 4,000 trees.